Welcome to the late edition of Breakfast with Bob. My name is Bob Babbitt. We're at the ITU World Triathlon Championships. We're brought to you by Epson. We're airing on triathlete.com. Our guest, CEO of USA Triathlon, hosting the world here, Mr. Rob Urbach. That's not too much pressure, having 6,500 of your closest friends coming to town for a little bit of a racing.
Absolutely not at all. We not only want to deliver a really great experience for all the 6,500 athletes here, but we want to give them, destiny is calling is the theme of the race, and hopefully everybody here will race to their potential.
So people know about triathlons on the weekend, Saturday, Sunday. You're talking racing started here Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You're blocking off parts of the city. How difficult was this to bring a world championship? First time, I think, since Disney World that we had a world championship, and that was back in 1990.
I don't think necessarily any municipalities fully understand the impact it has on their roads and on their people, but hopefully some folks will draw to the sport. We know we've talked to the community. They're pretty engaged. Spectators can see world-class racing up close and personal, and they can see the amazing efforts, and they can see the chaos of a transition and the all-out bike racing, the all-out world-class speeds, and the running on the elite side. I think we're delivering more than the city actually bargained for, delivering even more value.
Well, you start thinking about the financial side of this. 6,500 people, nobody comes alone. It's probably 20,000 people in town spending 5-6 nights. That's real business.
It's a good 8-figure value. We know all the hotels and restaurants are really very happy that USA Triathlon brought the world, and all these triathletes. Triathletes also eat a lot, as you know, Bob.
We eat a lot, and we don't stay in 10 people to a room at the Red Roof Inn. We stay at nice places. It's a pretty high-income group.
Absolutely, around the world. I mean, Mexico bought 520 athletes here.
Wow.
Mexico, so it's pretty tremendous.
On fire.
And they travel
more and
well.
more races in Mexico.
The World Championships will be in Mexico next year, but they're on fire, and we have athletes from 63 countries racing. We have over 100 federations are here for the International Congress.
Love it.
So we've got triathletes from Chad and Bulgaria and countries you never heard of, actually. So
the other side of this is right now, especially on the women's side, USA is on fire. Right, top 3 women in the world are from the U.S. That shows your program is working. Right, men are a little behind, but are you happy with the direction of your elite athlete program?
Well, as you mentioned, Bob, we're ecstatic with the success of the women's program. Not only do we have 1, 2, and 3 in the world, but the B team, our athletes 4 through 6, would be among the most competitive countries by themselves.
Right.
So we've got great depth. We have not only the top 3, which is Gwen, Katie, and Sarah, but we have Kirsten Casper, Renee Tomlin, Aaron Jones, Liz Jordonic. We have Aaron Dolan. We have another 5 or 6 athletes that on a great day could get to the podium. The depth has never happened before in the U.S. like the women's side.
No.
The men's side has been a little more difficult. And Lucas was Verbicas, who I know you know well, was a really great medal hope and coming back from his accident. So we'll see what happens going forward.
Kevin McDowell looked great today.
Kevin McDowell looks good. He came back from leukemia. We've had Hunter Kemper still out there trying for his 5th Olympics. We've got Jared Schumacher, who was an 08 Olympian racing on Saturday. We actually have some pretty decent depth. They're not quite at the top of the heap, though.
Right.
We have 6 athletes ranked in the top 50. They're more in the second half of the 50, where women in the front half of the 50.
Exactly. So when you look at where USA Triathlon is right now, from where it started when you took over, obviously you've come a long way on the elite side. Seems like there's more events than ever before, more participation than ever before. How would you assess the last few years, and what are you thinking about moving forward?
Well, thanks, Bob. Our growth from all metrics has been pretty ecstatic with what we've been able to achieve. Not just on the high performance side, but in terms of our membership, our youth, our programs, our coaching certification, our race director certification. We've reinvested substantial monies into the sport. In particular, we're excited about our $2.6 million grant for the women's NCAA program. There'll be scholarships for women. There's 11 schools that have applied for these grants. That, even though our women's program is also very strong, that's even a farther solidifying our lead throughout the world. That's a game changer for us. Hopefully the men will follow. We're holding our first NCAA championship this November.
Love that. Actually, I had the first girl who was going to Queens College, I think, in Charlotte.
That's
she came in studio right after she signed her scholarship offer, and I was so proud of that triathlon had become an NCAA sport. I mean, that's getting in the Olympics, getting into the Paralympics, becoming an NCAA sport, that all just bodes so well for the future of the sport.
Absolutely. Our next move, we're rolling out a high school program. Our goal is to be not just in high schools,
Yeah.
but younger kids even, when mom or dad drop junior off at soccer practice or hockey practice, they're going to be triathlon practice. But we need a little more infrastructure. We have a little more complicated sport with the 3 sports. But if we're successful with our high school initiative,
Yes.
then I think the youth membership will start to explode.
Love that. Well, that's really what it comes down to, because you look at the demographic for triathlon, it's 38 and over.
Right.
We need to be filling in those younger ranks. Love it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Rob Urbach has been our guest. Rob, congratulations. You throw a hell of a party.
Thanks.
6,500. And tonight, ITU Hall of Fame. We got McKeely Jones, and you got Emma Snowsill, and Robo. So it's pretty cool to see where our sport has come.
And it's coming from you as a multiple Hall of Fame member, USA Triathlon and Ironman Hall of Fame, Mr. Bob Babbitt. I know that has more credibility.
Well, we're just very proud of where the sport has come from when we had 15 idiots on a beach in 1978. Rob Urbach, as always, great interview. We are brought to you by Epson. We're airing on triathlete.com. My name is Bob Babbitt. Hold on, everyone. We will be right back.